It's time for us to go in the North Central, and I'll tell you what, it's an exciting season when finals is in the air, and somebody who has got all the venues ready for me is Dale Hinkley from the Birchip Watcham Footy Club. Hey Dale, how you going?
Yeah, pretty good flow, man. As you said, plenty of hype around the league. With 4 weeks, a month to go. So, the venues have been selected, and it's pretty exciting, and everyone's looking forward to it, and looking forward to round 13.
Finals do start on the 20th of August. It's either at Sea Lake or Donald on that one, depending on who finishes where. The 27th of August, likewise, it'll be a swap of Sea Lake and Donald from the first one, depending on who finishes where. Hopefully Birchip Watcham will finish in the right place for that to occur. And then the prelim on the 3rd of September, Charlton is the venue, and the grand final the 10th of September. Witcher-proof is the place for the big grandie. All right, Dale, last weekend you got the cricket score. The old days of playing footy, if you ever got to 200, you thought like everything was done pretty well. 29, 27, 201 to Charlton, one straight kick six. A massive win from your blokes.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty blustery conditions. So, we kicked a fair few points, and looks like that across the league as well, Flo, man. But, obviously plenty of forward time with the ball. So, Castellano, Gordon and Shan all had, plenty of use and were scored pretty well. And, Simmons and Surratt were... they're forming a bit of chemistry in the middle there. So, we're looking forward to that towards the end of the year. And we had a buddy initiative game, Flowman, where we had the under-14s kit up with us before the game, and we went through their paces with them, and they joined us for the last final word before we went out and played. So, they really enjoyed it as we did too. So, we went away with a pretty good win.
I see that the boys beat Charlton too in the under-14s. They haven't sung the song too many times, the Purple Boys at the Bulls, but they certainly did this time.
Yeah, they did. They won 30-18. So, and Jasmine Daniel was named best on, and had to make him kit up again for the senior game, but they were pretty happy too.
All right. I did notice on the score sheet, 12 individual goal scorers. There's a bloke called D. Hinkley scored a goal. I mean, has that happened too many times in this illustrious career? Once already this season before, I believe. So are you starting to become a goal-kicking option, Dale?
Oh, I think, the back six were, they were pushing up fairly high up the ground, and managed to get a few of us on the score sheet, which is, really nice to do, as we don't get the opportunity as much as the forwards do.
You put your hand up, said Castellano, come back here and I'm going to take your forward pocket off of you. What a good performance all the same by your defensive unit to keep them to one goal for the afternoon. Donald kicked 21-17 to beat Witcher-proof Narraport 8-8. One-sided game again, albeit that Witcher-proof that probably came out in the second half and played a bit better footy, but Donald way too good.
I think the Demons, they, from more reports, they applied relentless pressure all day, and created a few opportunities for them. However, it was pretty blustery down there at Donald, and there was some inaccuracy from the Royal Blues forwards. But obviously I think that the Demons finished up with only 18 on the ground, and left too few to get the job done. Yeah,
good to see Ricky Allen back playing for Witcher-proof Narraport on the weekend, but certainly we're never going to be a match for the old foe down the road at Donald. Jed Hammelhoff tried hard. Matty Blenkins, Beckmans, I should say, Horbury, Allen, Spencer Allen, and Joe Kenny were good players. Haddo, very good footballer, having a good season, just like a fine wine, just ages beautifully. Maybe one of those the Southern Grampians wines, I'd reckon. Ryan Hards, Will Burke, Riley Barrick, and Sam Griffiths got amongst it. Plus the big ruckman Reece McNally sits coming over from the Southern Mallee Giants. I think he also might have played up in the Sunraysia too for a bit. He's been a very good player for the boys from Donald. Having a look at the other matches, Sea Lake and Daly, 19-16, 130 to St Arnaud, 4 goals, 327. Gee, that was a big win by the Tigers.
It was very convincing win by the Tigers. McInnes kicked 5, and Brodie Weir off the wing kicked 3 and was named Bog. So he's been in the best for the last couple of weeks, which is good to see. And they were able to add 5 goals at each break, Flow, man. So big kick from the Tigers. And on for the Saints side of things, Jake Tillage, he's had a couple of good games. He's a good up and coming midfielder for the Saints, so they'll be looking to retain him and build around him. And he kicked 2 and was named best on, as I said. So they'll be pretty pleased with that.
Absolutely, and gee, there is some good players in that side. I reckon still it's anyone's guess who's going to get in the top minor premiership in second place this season. The final match was the closest one of the round. Wedderburn 11-11-77 beat Bort 10-6-66. When we talked about this last week, I actually tipped a little upset. I thought maybe Bort could win this at home, but they weren't far off, were they?
Yeah, they weren't. They were looking for 3 on the trot, Flowman. That was the Magpies. However, Wedderburn. It was scoreless at the start. I think it was a fairly strong breeze to one end. So Bort, kicked away 3 goals to zip in the first. However, against the breeze, Bort weren't able to score in both of their quarters in the second and fourth, managing only 3 points, whereas the Redback scored 3 goals in the third quarter against the breeze, which was, probably was a hard-fought win and, proved to be the difference.
Yeah, good stuff from them. It's sometimes in the little things that you do into kicking into the win and not giving up too much score to the other side. Jordan Rosagren, Danny Banane and Joe Lockhart, the better players for Wedderburn, and Bort Twig, Kieran Wilson and Ben Knight. The good efforts from them. 4 goals to Brody Leonard Shannon and 3 to Ben Knight for Bort, while 4 goals each to Rosengren and Banane for the Red and Blackers. Well, that has an opportunity for us then to have a look at the big event you had last week. Goods and services auction, big night for the club, and a good opportunity for people to get back to George Cartwright for you. Club in good shape for the Bulls. I know a lot of the other clubs around the league are doing these sorts of goods and services auction. They're really a fascinating thing. I know that over at Hopetoun they're having one this week, so for the Southern Mallee Giants. So it's a great thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We generally have it at this time of the year in the back end where all the sponsors and players and supporters can get to it, and it was a good turnout. As I think Donald had theirs as well, and raised plenty of money across the club. So it was really positive outlook for the league and for the clubs themselves.
Yeah, good stuff too. Okay, having a look at this weekend's round 13. As you mentioned, just 4 rounds of footy left before we get to the big dances in the finals, and what a season it's been. This week the pick of the games is Wedderburn and Donald. Match of the round stuff. This is going to be a very important one. Where is Wedderburn at? Because Wedderburn has to beat one of these other 3 sides at some point. If you come into the final series, the other 3 just keep nailing you. They've got to show something here. This is a crucial game for Wedderburn.
It is, match of the round, as you mentioned. I think too, it's a massive chance for the Redbacks being on their home ground. They've had plenty of these opportunities now. It's getting towards the pointy end of the season. They've got the Royal Blues, so I'll be expecting them to obviously have a big impact in the middle if they're going to go a long way to winning this one. And Geordie Hargraves broke his arm earlier in the year. He's had a month or so of football now under his belt, so I'm expecting him to have a big influence on the game. Whether they get it done or not, I'm only going to tip Donald just on form, but it'll be a close game, Flowman.
Gee, Donald's side, Reece McNally in the ruck, they got enough place in their side to have Seamus Young playing off the interchange bench, so they must be confident of kicking a good score up forward. Scotty Wood must be in sensational form, but Bates Gilby or maybe the Bell Warren, the 2 hyphenated names in their forward line, maybe they're looking to those blokes, because Seamus Young's been one of the leading goal kickers in the comp. Yeah,
definitely. There'll be some really good matchups across this ground. Wedderburn's oval is much like Donald's, actually. It's quite wide and quite long, Flowman. So, it'll be played a fair bit between the arcs. So, it'll be just the ones that can capitalise the most when they get it deep forward to score. And, it'll be a good tussle in the middle with Hargraves and McNally, I reckon.
And Ross Young and Jaron McKay. Gee, you wouldn't want to be McKay having to take Ross Young on, who is just an absolute out-and-out star. But the one that's been doing the damage up to this point of the season has been Brody Haddo. I think he's been probably one of the form players in the competition. Other matches, Weatherproof Narrowport at home. Get you blokes, Birchip, watch him. It's a good opportunity for you to get over there and have a look at the game and where you're going to play the grand final if you were to make the grand final. Of course, so this is your chance to play on that deck. Is that important to players? Do you think about that, or do you sort of go, this is a game or ground, an opposing side's ground that I really like?
Yeah, it probably is. Certainly would cross fair few of the players' minds, and it's really good. The league got the venues out there as early as they did. 8 weeks out and a month out from finals, so we'll be able to assess it tomorrow and the condition of it. But I think more we try and control what we can control, and that'll be the Demons tomorrow. And we got 3 out. We got with a few injuries last week, Flowman, which is not too good. However, Lockie Foot strained his medial, and Marshall Rippin's strained his hamstring as well, so he'll miss, as well as my brother, he's out with COVID, and that gives an opportunity for a few of the blokes that have been pushing hard in our reserves as Ratcliffe comes back in, Cormac Wilson, local fella, and Ryan and Lockie Ryan returns. So we've got a few changes there, Flowman.
Yeah, Lockie Ryan's good player coming back to the club. I noticed that Ricky Allen's in the lineup in the forward line for them, and you're in the back line. So you just go up there and say hello to the great man.
Oh, we will. We'll share a bit of love and a bit of banter out there, no doubt.
I reckon there'll be a fair bit of that, Ricky. Going to be great for him to come up against the Birchip Bulls, the two old foes. Of course, as we both know, he's a Narrowport boy, so just about halfway to Birchip, those blokes at Narrowport. So it is one of those fun things to think about geographically, and also, obviously, on their home deck, you blokes going across there. A lot of rivalry in the match. St Arnaud and Charlton, a lot of rivalry up at Lord Nelson.
Yeah, it will be. Any chance for this one to go to coin toss? Charlton's still winless, so they'll be looking to hopefully get the chocolates this week, Flowman. We've had a hunch for a fair chunk of this season. Maybe it's this week. Down at Lord Nelson. Going to find it hard for them to win. However, it's a coin toss.
It'll be a coin toss at the start of it, maybe one at the finish. I think St Arnaud get the job done at home, and Charlton still remain without a win for the season. A tough one for them. That Sea Lake Nandaly at home against Board, I reckon that they're just purring along like one of those Perkins engines. It might not be a Perkins these days, but I'm going back a few years before your era probably, Dale. But the old Perkins engine, she purred along beautifully. I reckon Sea Lake Nandaly are doing that right now.
Yeah, they're starting to build quite nicely, Flowman. So Board will make the trek up to Tiger territory, and second verse fifth. So when you look at the ladder positions, it's not too far away. So it'll be a competitive game up there, and Board will have to take it up to them each quarter. However, I think Sea Lake will come home with a handy win.
Yeah, what sort of engines do you purr along with on your farm there, Dale? I mean, are you sort of like what are they, the Kennys for your trucks, or are they Max? What are your engines?
In the Kenworths we've got Cats in them at the moment, Flowman, and we're all red on the tractor and machinery side of things. So they were Cummins back in the day. We've got a couple of those still, and the newer ones they're bringing out the Iveco Fiat Italian sort of motor.
Okay, so the Cummins and the Cat engines and the Volvo engines too. The old days, the old Perkins engines was the big name around, but it'll be a big match and one that Sea Lake Nandaly will win comfortably. On that note, Dale, talking farm machinery, it's great to do that, and also cover North Central football. 4 home and away rounds to go before finals. We're looking forward to the big dance as it starts to happen, and I know that you're looking forward to a big weekend.
Yeah, we are. Thanks, Fly, man.